Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. We're playing a Formicid Ice Elementalist. I wish it would just say like right here, but of course it's silly. Like, we're not an Ice Elementalist, and Elementalist is so hard to say. I wish that weren't the thing, but whatever. Ice Elementalist of Kyriados for for the 0.18 release tournament. And I was just checking how we're doing in the race. We are now in third. But we're still the same level as the guy who's in second, so he and I have been going back and forth a fair bit. And Elliptic is still well ahead of us. Let's go finish up the dungeon. And then I think we'll start looking for runes. One rune, anyway. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, of course. We need to survive long enough to even do that. We need to finish the dungeon. And late dungeon, especially dungeon 15, can be pretty tough. Nessos. 1,000,000 centaurs. Alright, slouch. Get wrecked, you stupid centaurs. Nessos blinked. Let's just slouch again to get rid of this jerk. There you go. Costs some piety, but like I've said about like 1,000 times, Kyriados piety is free, so it's fine. What are we dropping here? Some of these wands, I have like too many of them, and I haven't trained evocations enough to make these that useful. Nessos, I command you to come to life and fight my enemies for me. Oh, how's my necromancy going? It's fine. Let's turn it back off. There's a lot of necromancy spells available, but in particular, how are we looking on like Death Channel and Simulacrum, which is in the book of Unlife? Yes, they are both in that book. Okay, so those are actually getting up there. We could cast those soon. Not right now, but soon. Actually, I didn't look. Maybe we could cast Simulacrum now if we had it. Yeah, it would be pretty okay. Why am I still training spellcasting? Is there something I want to be learning? No. Turn that junk off. Right, we got a potion of magic back, which is great. We've been sort of... Oh, I meant to hit AB, not ZB. There we go. Now the centaur's next to me. I was like, I hit Temporal Distortion, and like instead an Ice Beast appeared near me, and I had to like sort of adjust my brain to figure out how that makes sense. It's like, you know, when you perform an action, you sort of like you know what you expect it to do, and then like when that doesn't happen, you have to completely switch gears and be like, wait, what is even going on? Because you weren't really in the mood or the mode of like deduce what has happened from. Still 0 shields, incredibly. Should have started as a fighter, huh? You aren't really in the mode of like trying to what is slurping? I don't care. I picked up all the crap on the floor already. In the mode of like you're just like you sort of pre-computed what you want to do. Oh, let's try this ring. Nice to know about, I guess. Do I have any other R poison? I don't, so I'll carry it. I don't know, I'm just like talking. Don't worry about it. Just saying things. They're not useful things. Focus. Oh. Sure. I could turn 1 dex into 1 int, I suppose. Yeah, that sounds great. Let's do it. This is like a... It looks like a barracks or like maybe a mausoleum or something. Like, I don't know. The Helix. That's one that could be fun to draw if we have when we have some more evocations. It's kind of dangerous to play with Helix at low evo. Ah, this is the entrance to vaults. Okay. Yeah, so it's kind of like a barracks, actually. Kill it all. New potion. Identify beneficial mutation. Sure. More MP? Not bad. Identify this scroll. Brand weapon. Nice. We could use that to get a branded Great Mace and start enchanting it up. Sounds pretty good to me. All right, let's get our Legions of the Dead up in here. You guys are all like basically unarmed, yeah. What? Ow. Ah, Torment. Got it. Let's kill the Necromancer first. Yeah, should be nice and squishy, and he does a lot of damage via Torment. I mean, it's not Torment, it's Agony, but like it's the same thing. Identify this scroll too. Acquirement. Nice. Well, that's interesting. We could choose to acquire a weapon. We already have the one big wand we want, Heal Wounds, right? We don't need Hasting or Teleportation. Armor-wise, the thing is, if we acquire armor... Oh. I was about to say, if we acquire armor, it won't give us a shield, because it sort of looks at your skills, you know, to how much have you put into a weapon skill versus how much have you put into shields to decide, like, if you are a character who wants a shield. But if you're a Formicid, it overrides that and says, yep, that's a character who wants a shield. And you might still get something else, but it's willing to consider giving you a shield. Even if you have 0 shield skill. Formicids always want a shield. Probably unless they sack a hand to Rue, and then I bet they don't. Anyway. What else could we wish for? A weapon is like okay, but we sort of already have a do-it-yourself weapon we can build with that Scroll of Brand weapon and the Great Mace and the enchant weapons. And we have a decent weapon we're wielding at the moment. The Great Mace is something we kind of need to grow into anyway. Wand, no thanks. Armor is like okay. Jewelry? I mean, you know, we could get something good, but you often get just total junk out of jewelry. You often get total junk out of every acquirement, but jewelry especially, you get like an Amulet of Dismissal or something. Whereas with like weapons and so on, you're more likely, I think, to get artifacts. You at least get something enchanted, I think. And like, we might get Gold Dragon Armor, which would be fine. Not the best thing in the world, but, you know, with 32 strength, you can wear some pretty heavy stuff. And then we could, like, focus a little more on getting our spells still castable with that on. So I think that's what I'll do. There's a lot of armor slots I would be happy to have replaced. Well, 3, right? 2? My shield and my armor? Maybe my boots. Maybe my cloak. Yeah, I'll go for it. Let's ask for armor. Just double check this list. There's not anything else I want more. Nope. All right, armor. A shield. Thanks. Perfect. And we need 9 shield skill for this. So let's work on that. We can take invocations off for a while. 7% is not as high as I would like it to. Well, I don't need anything. Just junk anyway. Am I carrying my enchant weapon? Yeah, so let's go grab that Great Mace and the Scrolls of Enchant Weapon. And we'll just brand it and see what we get. I don't know, like in theory, we could maybe go to vaults first and like try to find a better base. Yeah, I think actually I will do that. Forget it, I don't want any of this stuff I just went and said to pick up. In vaults, we should find some better base Great Maces to start crafting from. You know, like a +2 Great Mace of Crushing or something, I don't know. And we can use that instead of, like, if we had a ton of Enchant Weapon, it might be fine to can I just tab this still? I think so. Ow. Let's rebuke them. Slow down, please. Let's regen. Let's send them away. That bought me a little time to dig in here, which is where I should have been to begin with. And now it's not a big deal anymore. Okay, red ugly thing, that hurts. Shields are up to level 2. Okay, whew. Kind of didn't handle that too well. I'm not playing so great this game, honestly. Oh, see you later, ogre. Or orc or whatever. Yeah, it was an ogre. Right, this will have to do. It's not the best kill hole in the world. Rast. Yeah, I think we should be okay with him. Let's slow him down and just beat him to death. It's not working that well. We did a lot of damage to him in the first couple hits, but since then he's been like dodging every time. There we go, that's one good hit. So that's the thing, like he's a halfling with a lot of evasion, but he doesn't have much armor or much hit points. So you just kind of have to keep doing this until we happen to hit him. And then when we do a lot of damage. Sonja with a short sort of draining is not a big problem. Yeah, Karari is not a huge problem for me. It's mostly just like poison damage because it can't slow us like Kurari does for most characters. How badly drained are we? Not too bad. We just gotta kill her before it gets worse. Okay, fine. Roxanne. All right. Do we want any of her books? Statue form is kind of fun with Kyriatis, but not really actually good, I don't think. People like to do it, but it's just like, oh man, it just makes things worse. Does it though? Like, I don't know. It's better if you're doing unarmed, right, is the thing. It's not that good for anything else. Yeah, I don't want it. It's tempting just because statue form is fun, but I don't think it's good for us. We're just going to leave her alone. Shields up to 4. We need it up to 9. Just got to remember 9. This is dungeon 14, so 15 is coming up next, and we want to make sure not to overestimate our skills on 15. I'm glad to have all this recharging. Speaking of which, let's double check. Heal wounds is nice and topped up. Not topped, but I mean it's high enough to make me comfortable. Book of Geomancy. Oh, interesting. Pass wall, I absolutely want. Yes. Pass wall, memorize, yes. And then let's... Our spell power on pass wall is not that great, but it is a good way to escape without having to walk. And we're good at earth magic, so I'll just dump a little bit in there. And down to dungeon 15. Bop him on the head, and down he goes. No problem. Let's get a Tengu zombie. I guess I gotta go help him out, huh? Thought the Centaur Warrior would chase me, but it seems not. What is this? Ah. Yeah, this is the entrance to depths. Very, very light. I gotta remember to animate dead more often. I keep chopping up corpses and I'll be like, oh, I didn't need the food, but I would have appreciated an ally. Oh, so much food everywhere. Who cares? The Ice Beast just killed the Tengu Conjurer while I was in the middle of walking up to it. That's how slow I am and how strong my Ice Beasts apparently are. Of course, they don't have a great time with fireballs. You gotta give them like a little bit of a break. There's a great sword, but we're not using swords, we're using maces, and we have a great mace available when we want it. Cure mutation. Yeah, that's the quality commentary you guys are here for, is me just like reading off the words that are on the screen. Let's get out of this little bit of a mess. Wow, what is that, an Ice Beast or a... It's... Oh, it's my zombies, I think. Yeah, good work. Azrael, yeah. We have a lot of potions of resistance. I could take one. Does Azrael use damnation now? I guess he does, right? It doesn't seem so anti-thematic. Yeah. So, of course, resistance doesn't help you with that. But I think he has several fire... There's like just a lot of fire damage is going to be coming in, and I would like to be protected from it. So let's just use a potion of resistance now. Yes. And let's back up. Oh yeah, that was real easy. We didn't need the resistance, but that's fine. We have a lot of it. Made me feel comfortable. This is a lot of stuff, but none of it is like super concerning, I think. Regen will help all the same. So here's a situation where it would be nice to have corpse rot, right? There's a bunch of corpses over to the east, and enemies keep appearing in the same squares. Like I could make use of all that, all those bodies. Let's identify a polymorph. Every so often, I remember to use it on an ugly thing. Usually, I don't. And like an ice blast, sure. Forgot to chop up that. Ooh, brilliant. Okay. Chop up that frog so I could eat it, but it's not a huge deal. Our damage is pretty respectable now. Now that we have a solid weapon. And our shield training is going up. Let's turn off maces and flails for now. I'm not in a hurry to switch. How's pass wall? I'll keep training it. Okay, I think there's been, it's been a pretty short episode, but we finished up the dungeon, and I think that's a good time to just call it a break, and we'll go check out probably Snake next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.